Hey, how's it going, everybody? Ben Royce here. I want to go ahead and I want to share a hunt with you that I had back in 2013. Great hunt after a buck that I had been after for about 3 years. Had a lot of history with this deer. It really started back about 2 years prior when a buddy of mine were down on this public piece of land in southern Wisconsin checking out this bottom. And it's a small track. And we didn't know anything was going to really happen, but he brought his bow. I had already tagged out that year. He brought his bow, and we went down there to go check this out. It was insane. There were bucks absolutely everywhere in this piece, but it was this bottom, and the wind was not good at all. Bottoms are really hard to hunt. We went in there with a good wind, but it was constantly swirling. But we saw at least 4 different shooters, and this guy was actually one of them. A huge mainframe 8-pointer, just massive. Just a giant buck. He came down pretty close to us, made it interesting. So after that year, that deer kind of haunted my dreams a little bit. Never got any trail camera photos of him ever. Never could get him on a trail camera. But I saw him scouting when I was walking around. We kind of had bumped him a little bit, so we backed on out of there and never went back in again until the rut that following year. And my buddy and I were both hunting. We were hunting in separate spots. I was self-filming. And I couldn't believe my eyes when he popped out chasing some does up on top of this hill. So big. This thing was so huge. I had never seen, personally, a bigger mainframe 8 in the flesh. It was amazing watching this animal. And he got close, but we didn't get him that time. So after that hunt, I went in one more time for this animal. And this is only about a 23-acre piece here. It's just a bottom. It's a real small piece that runs along a creek edge, And I mean, there's good entry and exits, but the wind is really tough. So there was only one other time that the wind allowed me to go ahead and hunt this with a strong, and it has to be a strong west wind. Now if it's a light west wind, it's going to swirl around in that bottom. And so I got in there one other time and I bumped them out. So I didn't even bother hunting that night. I left. I went back the opening day of Wisconsin gun season. Now I didn't have my gun with me. I had a muzzleloader. That's all I had. My gun was up with my dad in northern Wisconsin at our cabin, and I was told them that I really wanted to hunt this animal. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to give it one day, and then I'll meet up with the family, because as you know, hunting in Wisconsin is major tradition. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to sacrifice this one time. I'm going to go hunt this buck. It's a huge cold front ushering in. I have a really good idea that this buck might show up. It's a strong, strong west wind, and you know, sometimes you just get lucky. Dropped him. I freaking dropped him. Oh my gosh. And I think I got that on camera. Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. I dropped him. I absolutely dropped him. That's the big 8 that we've been going after. It's huge. Oh my god. I've been awake for 28 hours right now, going non-stop. I worked my ass off to be able to go ahead and get over here, to be able to come here tonight, or this morning. Oh my gosh, I've been awake for 28 hours. Just get an opportunity at that animal right there. Yeah, baby, yeah. Not much of a tracking job on this one. Oh my word. Holy shit. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh. What a monster. What a beautiful, beautiful buck. Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. What an amazing animal. You know, after I shot that buck, I was more worried about getting back up north to northern Wisconsin and celebrating with everybody, and I just didn't really do anything with extra footage or anything else, taking any pictures until I got back up there and I was able to celebrate with my dad and my buddies. You know, so no other footage there, but you know, this hunt really sticks in my mind as one of those things where it's I would rather be lucky than be good, and I've been lucky a lot. I've been lucky a lot, and this was just one of those times where the right buck happened to step out at the right time and present me with the shot. You know, it's just it's one of those things that you can really have all the confidence in the world and really have something dialed down and feel like you have it, but without that luck, you know, without everything falling into place, you're just not going to harvest big bucks like that. You know? So go ahead and thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to go ahead and like TideWe on Instagram and Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Have a good one, guys.